please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war, and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dejarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
The fuck?
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Peragus mining facility.
The destruction of Peragus was an accident.
Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
I know it put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice.
No, your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Peragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet, and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Peragus, why is Telos so important?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other rim worlds devastated by the Sith will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
So now I get blamed for the actions of Sith?
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith have returned. The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
The Sith believe me to be the last Jedi.
You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
They're stronger than you think. At least one Sith Lord stands with them, and they fight differently than the Sith from the Jedi Civil War.
Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall.
Were there any survivors of the Jedi Civil War?
I said I was the last of the Jedi, Exile, and I did not speak falsely. There are others who were once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against this threat.
And you will? There's a change.
I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
If I could have ruined you further, I would have.
I'm sure you would have. You have grown colder and more monstrous outside of Revan's shadow than you ever did in the war. Why did you even return? To challenge the Council's decision on your exile? To defend your betrayal?
The Council exiled me out of fear of Revan, of me, and of what we represented.
You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me imprisoned or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I had kept, so I would never forget.
You bitch. That's my lightsaber. I didn't realize you still had it after so many years.
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
What are your reasons I want it back? Yeah, insult to the Order. You insult me by curing it.
Then you misunderstand its meaning while it is in my possession, and what it now represents. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
The Council was weak and ruled by fear.
And you were ruled by hate, aggression. That is not the way of a Jedi.
And and the Council's way was to meet aggression with surrender, I'll take my choice any day.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
Were you not tempted to help the innocent?
Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way.
So you were content to let the Outer Rim die for the sake of teachings? Yeah, tell that to the millions who died in the war, lives we could have saved if the Jedi had acted earlier.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
If we have not fought, the Republic would have fallen. That is a fact.
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in
the triumph of pacifism, surrender? And how many people would have died if the Mandalorians hadn't been stopped?
Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss.
I know. It's weird. You ever just like... I feel... This is what I feel like my character's like. I feel like he hates her so much that hatred is also like lust. If that makes sense. Like, you can hate someone but want them at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Your words would have rung hollow if the Mandalorians had crushed the Republic and conquered the galaxy.
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, would the Jedi have fought them, or simply have meditated on what to do?
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your
He is
grave,
pretty.
and Malachor 5 is where you
Jesus,
should have
bitch.
died.
Your anger, it is because you secretly wish you had the strength to follow me to war.
What? What do you mean?
I can see it in you. You wanted to fight by my side, but you were too scared to defy the Council.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm here because a pretentious Scudda stole my ship.
Your ship?
And we already went over this.
Ah, do you... The ship and your freedom is no longer yours. You and your ship will be detained here pending an investigation and a trial.
I won't allow you to put me on trial.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right.
I'm taking my ship back. Try to stop me and you'll regret it.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us.
Oh. She was lusting for me.
Are you all right, Mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, Mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly.
Because we had a
Did you
thing.
care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now...
Over me.
Now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, Mistress.
She was mad I
I will
broke
tell
her
the
heart.
others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
I think the exile and her definitely had a thing going on. And she's mad that I left for the war to find the council getting exiled. Because she wanted me to stay with her. Just thinking of herself. Yeah. Like, can't you tell, though, that, like, she definitely had a, like, the exile and her definitely had a thing going on. Just by the way she gets mad at, like, everything. Because legit no other Jedi is, like, that mad at you for doing what you did. She's, like, the maddest. That's even a word. I think that's the holding cells. Oh, 100%. She's mad because he left her behind. Your behavior, Crow, they didn't memory wipe you, did they? Because then they couldn't have their secret love affair while he was gone. Fight next time someone tries to take the ship. Fine, I'll buy you an upgrade. Hold on, what information are you talking about? Which console did it get downloaded to? You can fill me in later. Let me get you out of there first. Get out of here and secure the ship. You know, it'd be funny if you could, like, leave your companions here. Like, I wish we could leave Freya here. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. But then we wouldn't be able to, like, level up or anything, so. Okay, The question is, where's this handmaiden?
Did you find what you came for?
That depends on what was I supposed to find here.
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
She was one of the council who cast me out of the order and wanted to punish me even further.
I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
Let's just leave.
Very well. Let us depart.
Is that an okay? He looks out. He looks out cold. What? He's out cold. I think that's what that's supposed to say.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
He can sleep on the ship.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy concealed on the North Pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Come with me, I could use your help.
Very well, General.
Light side. Oh, damn. Alright, it's gonna be really hard though. Hold on.
I hear you.
When we talk to this girl, we're gonna have to save beforehand.
Pure Bazak.
Okay. Let's save.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
And what did Atris say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Going to war was necessary.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And why was that?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I fight in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
The Force aside, I was tempted to attack the Jedi, but I did not.
So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
I'd rather jab myself with a bantha stunner. What else did she accuse me of?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you.
I could
There
swear
are variations at
you
times,
could tell
but
her you and Atris
all
had a
rise
thing.
from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings.
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
So Atris doesn't know her own heart?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
So if I fought Atris, then that might make the truth come out?
Perhaps. It may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
I'd like to ask you something.
You may ask.
Why does Atris allow me to walk freely? I could easily kill you all.
I am aware of this. I do not doubt your combat prowess, as my half-sisters do. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians, and few returned. You were one of them.
Remember that if you seek to challenge me.
I will, Exile. In truth, I do wish to challenge you.
Why?
The Ichani believe you cannot truly know the heart of another unless you meet them in battle. I would very much like to know your nature. But now is not the time. Perhaps my sisters could challenge you, but not I. And not here. You may ask.
You look different than the other women here.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
So you have different mother, but the same father?
I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
Is it a sensitive subject?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time. Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
It's a difficult thing to describe.
Please, I wish to know.
Imagine... Imagine awakening and hearing the heartbeat of the galaxy for the first time.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
If you have any questions, ask me. Let's fight some legions.
Why have you approached me?
I'm looking for a fight.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
I could use a good sparring match.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings. Before we begin, are you familiar with Echani traditions?
Does this have anything to do with why you wanted me this robe?
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
Fine, if you're ready, let's do this.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
If you're ready, so am I.
Then let us begin.
I'm gonna lose, huh? Why do I keep missing? Yo, you better hit this. Oh, thank God.
You have succeeded.
Oh my God.
If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight again.
Seek one of us out when you wish to fight, and we shall honor your request.
Oh my God. Is it like... Dude, that first one was hard. How? There's no way I can do a second one. Let alone however many there are. Ah, shit. Let's save. I want to see how hard the next phase is.
Have you returned to fight again?
Yes.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you
I
wish.
can use a melee weapon.
But use no other items or Jedi techniques.
Let's go.
Then let us begin.
Dude, I can use a melee weapon. She's fucked. I think if I can stop missing, I might have a chance to win. Yo, if I miss another time, I'm fucked. Thank God.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress
Oh,
to
it
more
can't come back.
advanced movements. Seek one.
Is there like a healing station in here? Let me heal, bitches. We'll use one med pack for that. No, oh, fuck. Okay, so we just gotta use med packs, pretty much. Okay. Alright, we'll save. What's
Have you
next?
returned to fight again?
Yes.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle shall be free of restriction on weapons and items. And you may use whatever technique, Jedi or otherwise,
gonna
you
get
wish to attempt to
dominated.
defeat me. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you. Then let us begin.
You're just gonna get dominated, bro. I'm scared. When you give me free, like, yeah.
You know much of melee combat. You surprise me.
Let me heal up.
There is nothing more that we can teach you from such contests. Such battle would only be for battle's sake.
If you cannot defeat me alone, feel free to pair up.
If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us.
Is this the
We
last?
shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, weapon, or Jedi technique you wish. We shall match it.
Let me get ready.
Seek one of us.
Yo, is this the last thing? The group combat thing?
Have you returned to fight again?
Oh, yep.
There is nothing more. If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us.
It's a
We shall
rip.
take you in a.
Oh,
you-
wait, I forgot to save.
See.
Let me save, let me save.
Have you returned to? There is. If we use,
It's a rip. Alright, I'm ready. Let's
then
go.
let us begin.
I'm scared. Oh, there's only 2 of them. Okay. I'm just gonna guys.
You are a strong opponent. Atris was correct about you. You know much of war and battle. Perhaps too much.
So you admit defeat?
I admit nothing. The Echani stand together. To defeat one or two of us says nothing of
Oh
how
my
a true
God.
battle would go.
Care to back up those words? Let me get you on my breath. I'll be back. Yo, shit. I'm scared. Okay, we'll definitely save, because I'm about to fight all of them. Okay.
You are a strong opponent.
I can take you all on.
One does not sweat in the polar regions of Telos, so all that will break will be your pride.
Let's put it to the test.
Then our last battle shall be the 5 of us against you.
5?
Use any item, any weapon, any technique you wish. You'll need them.
Oh, rip. Why not all 6?
There is no need for the last of us to join in this fight. The weakest among us will only serve to diminish our techniques.
Damn.
We fight as one when we are 5, not 6. And that number should be enough for this lesson.
I'm ready.
Very well.
I'm so
We
fucked.
shall begin.
I'm so fucked. Okay, okay. Yo, I can legit throw a grenade. Okay, okay. Whoa, whoa, hold on, hold on. I'm over here about to die. Okay. You know, we'll use that. Okay, okay. Wait. Dude, my force powers are just OP. I think that's what it is. Like, without being a force power person, you're kind of fucked here.
There shall be no more matches, no more challenges. There is much we have learned from you. If we meet on the field of battle,
Right.
we shall be prepared.
Ooh, 750 experience.
You have returned.
There shall be no more. There is.
Alright. Oh, let's get going then. Yeah, honestly, dude, she better geese. Yep. That was kind of harsh. I want to go see if we can't talk to Atris. I almost died there a couple times. If you weren't able to use med packs, I would have gotten fucked.
The construction of this door is like nothing I've seen on Telos, and it is not the same as the rest of the facility here.
That's it. You're not gonna let me open it. I could have sworn you could tell, you know, the handmaiden that joins you that you and Beatrice had a thing. You know what's funny is they are tougher. So like, you know, when you train with the handmaiden on your ship, it's far easier than when you're going against these other women. So she is technically the weakest one. But I think once you turn her into a Jedi, she'll be the strongest one. So my lightning is what helped me out. My force lightning destroyed them.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dajaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? What are you talking about? You did what while you're connected? The archives?
What is the machine saying?
Yo, how does no one understand T3 but me? There's a whole recording of the day I was exiled.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came here because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Right. The truth is, the Mandalorians had to be stopped. Countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us. Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared. And I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the Exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts. Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then,
Right.
he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
So they knew what happened to me. They all did. Display it. Master Rope on D20. Master Aziz Kali Narshada. Master Kabar on Daron. Master Bash Korriban. Master Idris. Those Jedi were all the ones at the Council that exiled me. All those fools were there when I was sentenced.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
We have no choice. Those Jedi know what happened to me.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Sister, you and yours are the threat.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this against Atris's wishes, and those of my sisters.
So you have betrayed her? I find that hard to believe.
No, she speaks the truth. We will take this servant of Atris with us.
You don't believe her story, do you?
I tire of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General,
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
Don't let them bother you. We've just been through a lot.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
H.S. the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
I'll need some parts. Yeah, with the Jedi Enclave all destroyed, I don't know where to start.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lights? Where do we start?
We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal, though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Until droids tend to have a habit towards developing personal quirks.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
No.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
What is it?